Ashley from the 101.1 WNOE studios, and I have my friend Evan Pitts here with me. Hey, Evan.
Hey, Ashley, I love your office.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah. Well, welcome. And I met Evan, when was this, like 2 months ago?
I think so. It was
Something
about
like
2 months.
that.
Yeah.
So Evan and his wife moved into my building, and I was like, they look like nice people. And then I see them on Instagram, and Evan's like, in your face, like, come join me at this Christmas party.
Yeah, it was overkill, but we had to get you there.
So Evan and his wife are pastors for a new church that is launching here in New Orleans. Now, you guys are from Hammond, originally.
We are.
Okay, so what brought you here?
We've always had a heart for the city. A lot of people, they go to missions across the world, and we're all for that. It's beautiful. But there's a huge mission here in New Orleans, as we all know. It's an incredible city, incredible people, incredible culture, but it needs a lot of help as well. And we just love the people here. So our dream has always to come over here and start a church.
Now, I have an admission. I'm not a church person. I hadn't been to church in a long time. But then when I saw what you guys were doing, I'm like, this is really interesting.
Awesome.
It's so different than the traditional church experience. What kind of people are you hoping are going to walk in the door?
Honestly, we're really going after people that don't have really a religious background or really don't have a relationship with God. And we're going after people that, that really need to know how good he is, because he's a great God and he loves us so much. And, when we think of church, we think of kind of the stiff religious rules, the do's and don'ts, and not really it's about knowing our Creator that loves us so much and wants a relationship with us and is really patient with us through the journey that we're on. So we want people that don't believe in God. We want people that might not have the same kind of background or aren't like us. We want all kinds of people to just get to a place where they can encounter God. And then ultimately, with what's happened in my life, to be able to find freedom in their life and then find purpose, and for them to be able to empower others. So we're so excited about that. We've had so much fun meeting people like you in the city. I mean, I think the people of New Orleans are the best people in the whole world.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. This is definitely one of the most interesting cities
in the world. It is.
And we can probably use some Jesus.
Yes, we can. And hey, you can have fun with God too. A lot of people think, it's just like, if you start serving God, you have to be like this, square, and it's just not true. It's not true at all. There's freedom in Him, and you can, you can be free and have a great time without this, this always worrying about the rules and regulations of what I would call a old system, and so we're having so much fun, and it's been awesome to meet you.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. But this is a very vibrant, diverse group of people that are coming together and launching this church. Seriously, when you walk in the room, it's people of different races, different ages, different professions, and they're all extremely motivated to help you guys get this church off the ground.
Yeah, I mean, what's so awesome is when people get a relationship with God, it changes their life so much. They're so thankful that they just want to do something that pleases God's heart. And I think the church should really reflect our community. If we really want unity in our city and we really want to really come together, I think the church is the organization that should really display that. Because a lot of times we think of church and we think of a building, but really the church, it's the people, And what I've found, which is not everywhere, but the cool thing about the city, everybody kind of hangs out with everybody, except for Sundays. On Sundays, it's like the most segregated place around. And I just, we're praying that even though we're all different, we can we can come to this common denominator that we all need Jesus, and we want to do life together in that context, that we all need him. None of us are perfect. We need each other. And that's what really builds a community, knowing that, hey, if you go through something, I go through something. And if you're not living up to par, it doesn't matter. I'm praying for him, standing by you, that this is not a place to throw rocks, because everybody knows that anybody can throw rocks at us. We've all fallen short. None of us are perfect. But for somebody that really genuinely loves each other and just stands with each other, that's really our heart.
You just spoke about church being a building.
Yeah.
And you guys don't have a building.
No, we don't. It kind of works out, right?
You guys are launching March 31st in Lakeview. It's a pretty easy place to get to. Tell us about this launch. What are you guys hoping to accomplish over the next few months?
We really want people to just come and we want to meet people. We want to meet people in the community. And we want people to know, like, hey, we're here. We're in Lakeview. It's right off of Harrison and Vicksburg, right by the Creole Creamery. That's where everybody's like, oh yeah, I know where that is. It's at the Christopher Room. And we just, we go in there and we're kind of transforming the area or the inside of it. And we want to just let people know who we are, our heart, what we're doing here, because we really want to serve the city.
It's literally a pop-up church.
Yes, it is. It's a church in the box. That's what it is.
Like Evan and his wife, they have a crew that shows up at 7 o'clock in the morning. They put this church together, and then when it's done, they all take it down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
It definitely brings people together.
It's
for
so
sure.
worth it when you see God moving in people. It's just like, man, let's do it again. Can't wait to do it again, you know?
March 31st in Lakeview, that's going to be their first official service.
Yes.
So come on out and see what Church 54 is about. And one thing that I want to say about you guys is that I showed up to your launch team meetings, and like I said, I'm not a church person. And what I really appreciated about you is that I didn't feel like I was being preached to. I didn't feel like I was being guilted over anything that I've done wrong. It was such a welcoming atmosphere, and I felt, for lack of a better term, at home with you guys, and I don't even know you.
I love that, because it really, I think, we have this certain perception of like who Jesus is. And people love being around Jesus. Mm-hmm. The only people that didn't love being around Jesus was the religious people. You know what I mean? Irony. Yeah, but like normal people love to hang out because the Bible says he is love, and so I believe, when people come together with people that genuinely love each other, they feel it, and I'm so glad that you felt that way, because that's really how I gave my life to God. I was so far from God, and really I was able to be brought into an environment of people that genuinely love God, and you felt it. And I didn't give my life to God because I thought I was going to hell. I gave my life to God because I saw how good he was and how much I was missing out. And so, I think that's really our message. Jesus is our message, and people are our passion.
Well, congratulations to you guys on the launch.
Thank you
Church
so much.
54, March 31st, the Christopher Room, and tell us where people can find out more about you.
Well, you can check us out on www.church54.com, or you can follow us on Instagram or Facebook. And follow us and check us out.
All right.